October 13th, 9:36 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright's Attorney Trials and Tribulations. And it's time for a trial. You guys ready? We don't really know a whole lot about this case. I mean, we know things here and there, but we don't really know how the whole thing went down. We kind of got a few pieces of it that we guessed at and took a stab at and try to figure out what the evidence that we have. But let's get the whole case from the witnesses' mouths, because that's what we're about to find out today. Hey, Nick! What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, look at this! I bought this mask-to-mask publicity photo. Why would you pay money for anything? You bought that? Where?
From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale.
You know, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Okay, well, because it went into the court record, I'm sure it'll have a use. Come on, I'm guilty. Throw the book at me.
Who's screaming like that?
Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it. Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are going to get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal. Me. Is that it again? I sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor. I admit it. But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say, of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you, yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please. Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey, bonjour. Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. Leave it all to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee that my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. Whoa, so why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. Okay, you're not going to stick around to watch the trial of your husband. Okay. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is mask-to-mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. Mr. Delight, it's time for you to enter the courtroom. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. Well, then. Alright, well, I still maintain that it's a possibility that she is mask-to-mask. And douchebag ace detective is still behind this culprit, like as the culprit of this whole stealing thing. And he tried to maybe pin it on mask to mask, and yet he has a scapegoat in this guy. I don't know. I'm still holding up open all the options because we haven't found out anything definitively one way or another. But I'm pretty sure that mask to mask is not this Ron guy. Come on now. He's so pathetic. There's no way. Uh-oh. And remember, we're supposed to meet a new lawyer today, so I'm scared. Anyway, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Shit. Who the fuck is this? Look, I don't even know what... He doesn't say any words, so that's cool. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. Is he too cool? How's he gonna talk? Is he gonna be epic with deep voice? What a stupid question. No, I can't do a deep voice. If I do a deep voice, I'll never be able to maintain it. What did you say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? Well, no, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godard. Alright, so the pronunciation of his name. He's got a very similar name to Godot from Xenoblade Chronicles original. I don't remember if he had an L in his name, maybe. But it was pronounced the same way as Godot, and this guy's like Godo. But I don't know. I feel like this is going to be one of those things where I pronounce it differently every time I see it, and you guys are going to get mad at me, and I won't give a shit. Because I have way too much fun pronouncing things wrong on purpose. So, I'll just tell you, I'll give you guys a forewarning now. However I say his name as we go through this, get over it, because I don't care. It's probably Godot, something like that. Godot or Godot, and I don't care. So if I say Godot sometimes, just because I want to, Get over it. Anyway, he's Godot.
Legendary prosecutor, I've never lost a case.
Ah, he's the one that Detective Atmey was talking about.
Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far?
Ha! None.
What did you say?
I've never prosecuted a case before.
Wait, never? But you said you've never lost before.
You just made his argument for him, dude. He's never won or lost.
Exactly.
I've never lost. I've never won before either.
Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you?
Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings.
Yes, but a mask in a court of law?
Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks, either on our faces or over our hearts. This guy's a real deal, all right, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So, we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite! Is that supposed to be a joke? Am I supposed to laugh? That's like a first grade joke, bro. Nick, is he a friend of yours? Nope, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? That's a good question. Is he somebody we know and he just wears a mask? That would be very interesting. Anyway, I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well, what the hell?
Well then, Mr. Prosecutor Gobo.
It's not Gobo. It's Godo, Your Honor.
In any case, please give your opening statement.
Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder how much you can withstand before you and your case break in two. The fuck is up with this guy? This guy's weird, man. I don't even know what to think right now. It's super weird.
Well then, let's hear from the first witness.
And who might that be? Oh, Detective Gumshoe's gonna lay it out for us. Thanks, bruh. Alright. Yeah, that Godot voice is gonna kill my throat, but I gotta at least do it for as long as I can now that I gotta start what I gotta finish what I started. Anyway, my name is... No one has asked for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir.
All right, witness, first, let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. What do we know about Master Mask's crimes? Here we go. Master Mask is a master thief that's first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card on to Lordly Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. Gotta love the fucking jargon.
So then, the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot, you.
Oh shit, what the fuck? Who the fuck threw him a fucking mug of coffee? The hell is up with this guy? It's weird.
We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot.
Blacker than the moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. What the fuck? Is this a coffee commercial? Folgers. The best part of waking up is in your cup. No? Okay. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed.
Very well, it's only coffee after all.
What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial?
Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as you haven't brought up Mr. Delight's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Oh, okay. So that's what we're gonna go for? That it wasn't Master Mask. Alright, we'll do what we can. So, in that case, let's press this motherfucker. Press him up. Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep. Nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true. I'm a Svari, author on thieves. Oh, God, you did not learn that. No. Author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. Anyway, let's keep pressing this motherfucker. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except maybe for that thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Svari, do you?
Who is this person? Svari. He sounds German.
His name is Look at Me. Sir, I guess I shouldn't have made up for such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole.
Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be.
Ugh! It looks like the thief is playing with me, even now. Aw, man, poor Gumshoe. It's too bad he's so frickin' dumb-dumb that I don't care. He did save our ass before, though, so I can't be too mad at him. Have you seen all of the so-called calling cards? Of course I have! Except the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Atmey stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police.
Was the calling card that Lordly Taylor received authentic?
Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public.
But you're absolutely certain that this card is real?
Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mass Emblem. Alright. Let's keep pressing this bitch till something comes up. We may not actually get anything out of this other than extra information. But anyway, his 5th heist and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away. Got me? Wow, looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atmey. I keep calling him Amy. That's not the first time, and it won't be the last. I said that probably last time I did that. Art pieces? Like what, for example? Well, his first target was the famous Tear of Emanon.
What's that? Some kind of especially salty teardrop?
No, sir. It's a blue diamond, a single rare diamond. Next was the Crown of Bangora, you know, the thing you put on your head. After that was the Left Hand of Hades, and then the Portrait of Magina, sir. Detective Atmey retrieved the Portrait of Magina and returned it to the museum. And the target of his 5th and last robbery was the Sacred Urn, right?
But isn't it difficult for him to dispose of such famous art pieces?
Well, we assume he must have some underworld connections. Somehow Mr. Delight doesn't look like the type. Yeah, he's a little too sunny to be hanging out in the underworld. True that. Although the other guy across from us seems to have come from Hades, so hey, maybe he did it. Doubtful, but maybe. Doubtful. What do you mean when you say it fits his MO to a T?
I was thinking of asking the same thing myself.
Ugh, I wish you two would listen a little more closely, pal. First of all, there's the calling card. We're 100% certain it's authentic. Then there's the fact that he seemed to know all about the security system. And finally, his target was an art piece. These are all part of the thief's modus operandi.
And so, since this robbery seems to fit all those conditions...
That's right. It means that Master Mask is behind it. Nick, it definitely looks like it was Master Mask who stole the urn. But there's no real evidence either way as to whether Ron Delight is Master Mask. But... Also, the urn hasn't turned up yet, let alone in connection to Mr. Delight himself. So even though we know it was Master Mask that did it, maybe for the time being, I should try to show it wasn't Master Mask that did it. That's pretty much what we already said. Okay, so I'm assuming that means this last one, we gotta find something to present to prove that it wasn't Master Mask. I feel like the urn itself is the least useless, like, it's the most useless part of this whole thing. It doesn't fit his MO because it's a stupid urn. That means nothing. Photograph just shows Master Mask. Blackmail letter. Ron's wallet. Yeah, none of that shit really tells me anything. So the only thing I can really think of that might show that it's not Master Mask is possibly the urn itself. Because it's garbage. That's all I could think of. Should I just go for it? I should. I definitely should. But you know what? We're gonna save it before we do. Because I'm literally at a point where I'm like, I'm not entirely sure what we need to present. But we clearly need to present something, so let's just try it. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous, man. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? Sweet, I was on track with this. Good, good. That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price.
Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn?
The appraisers I spoke to... man, I haven't done his voice in 10 voices ago now. Alright. The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it. And I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after, sucker. Ugh. So it doesn't fit his MO to a T, bitch.
If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but...
Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot?
Doesn't he look like a smug bastard? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now. Mr. Trite! What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake.
A fake to mask?
Fake to mask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared at Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Okay.
Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting.
Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it.
I need proof that the person at
I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that fight was a fake mask. Fake to mask. Do I have that proof? I don't even know if I have that proof. Okay, let me look at the photo real quick. Okay, so looking at the outfit. Okay. Fake damask. The only thing I have to compare with this is the publicity photo. And I'm trying to think if there's anything that like contradicts itself between this and the security photo. He's got his hat with a little feather in it. He's got the golden thingy with the face on it. He's got the little tassels on his shoulders. He's got a green bag. Oops. Nope. Hold on. One more. The thing with the face on it might be there. It just might be covered up by his arm. Or her arm. I still maintain that this person stands like a girl. I don't know if I said that out loud before, but it's definitely looking like it. And even the hands look very girly. Like, there's no gloves on those hands, it doesn't even look like. I don't know. It's questionable. It's questionable. Alright, so... what are we doing? Oh no! The face is on the top! And there is no face on this one. I think I have my proof. Should we try it?
Take that!
The proof is right here. Okay.
This looked like a photo taken by a security camera.
But if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use the pointer and just show us what's peculiar about the picture. Oh, don't worry, I fucking will, bro. It's right here. It's right here. His outfit's not right.
Take that!
Owned. It's right here, of course.
You mean Master Mask?
I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? Dude, I'm so glad I tried to compare the outfit. So awesome. I knew the photo would be a point. I knew it would have a point, and I had a feeling it was the way he was dressed. The problem I have with the security camera photo is the brooch on Damask's chest, sir.
A breach? Here? Bailiff, get my steed! We need to retreat at once!
Your steed? What the a brooch, Your Honor, not some sort of clasp for holding one's cape on?
A clasp, eh? Ah, I see now.
Not a breach, you dumbass. But the masked mask in the security photo camera, or security camera photo, he has no brooch. That brooch is the same as the emblem on Damask's calling card and serves as his symbol. True dat, son. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this master mask is a fake, son. I've been fooled again. No. Fucking Gumshoe.
Order. It's true, undeniably true. Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked how could you have overlooked this?
I'm sorry, sir. Oh God. This guy looks so smug. Hey now, if you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too.
Mr. Cadeau, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch?
Ha! The brooch you're talking about? Do you mean this? Oh, hell no. Ah! That's Master Mask's brooch.
Where did you find it?
Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? You must mean the Amy Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I've always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. What the? Pretty little what? Huh?
Hickeys?
Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron Delight's fingerprints. Oh.
What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch?
Okay. Okay.
Order. Order in the court. Mr. Cadeau, let's see that brooch.
I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her.
It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back.
Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem here. Alright, so the brooch showed up all of a sudden. Great. Ha! You mess with Godot, and you get burned! He's playing me like a violin, man. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You're not done with me? Are you done with me? But I haven't even proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. Not at all.
Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom.
Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? No? Yes, it is. Alright. Here we go. Holy. 1 second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear.
What's clear?
Svary! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Oh my god, he's Captain Obvious. He's not even a good... He's a shitty detective.
Well, yes, that's right.
Ha, not bad. Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Look at Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They'd either be best friends or they'd tear each other's heads off.
I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone on the security detail.
You have heard correctly, Your Honor. My specially made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must have been some reason, I'm sure of it. Could be. Could be.
Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed.
Alright, here we go. More testimony.
It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police.
Okay.
So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal?
My specially made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural.
I fail to see why the witness seems so proud of his performance that evening.
Well, sir old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my archenemy. That is what my instincts and my years of experience tell me.
Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna cross-examine this big-nosed bitch. Here we go. 1 o'clock in the morning, huh? Alright. So, that would be 1 o'clock in the morning of the 12th, correct?
That's an impressive deduction, sir lawyer.
You were on security that night. Where exactly were you at the time?
A penetrating question. I was in the basement warehouse near the computer.
Near the computer, huh?
So then you weren't trying to remain hidden, I take it?
Up to this point, I have tried to remain concealed while waiting for the thief.
Yeah, he said the same thing yesterday, too. Gumshoe also said that he never saw him at the crime scene.
Precisely! That is precisely why I chose not to hide last night. I knew that by not concealing myself, I would be putting pressure on the thief.
Looks like the thief was the one applying pressure. On your pigeony head, that is. Owned. Pikachu head.
In any case...
Arch nemesis. Dancingly descended. From where exactly?
Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else?
So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. How is it that you didn't notice the thief?
My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me.
And you suck.
It could only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes.
I hereby W Ace Dunce. Owned. Alright, what else you got? You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened?
Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall.
That's not very solid as far as testimony goes.
However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe.
Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo?
Based on his reaction, I'm going with no.
Good, then let's continue with the testimony.
I'm kind of glad he doesn't like to talk too much, otherwise my voice would be dying. It's bad enough this fucker talks so much. Attacked and knocked unconscious, and you weren't able to do a thing? That's certainly some very impressive detective work, sir.
Huh. Well, sir lawyer, have you ever been suddenly struck on the head?
Huh? Well, actually, yes, by a fire extinguisher.
And what happened?
I was knocked out? You lost your memory, too.
You see, you have no right to look down on me then, do you? The only reason I didn't lose my memory was because I have more brains to begin with.
You may have brains, but the wiring to the self-reflection part seems to be severed.
In any case, that was how I was knocked senseless, and then...
and then I burp! About this 30 minutes.
My silver cord was loosened and my soul fled to the golden halls of Elysium.
As As usual, I have no idea what this guy's saying. I think he's saying that he was out cold.
So, what happened during these 30 minutes?
No one can say, Your Honor. That span of time has truly vanished into the ether.
So what is he going on about? There's something suspicious about Detective Atmey. How could he not have noticed when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? The real question is, why would he tell us such an obvious lie? So wait. Before he couldn't do... How did you not... damn it, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. I didn't mean to click that again. I actually blah 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 blah. How did he not see him before the fight is my problem. Like, we should know that. Like, he either wasn't paying attention... Yeah, see. He either wasn't paying attention, or he didn't... Or he fought with him, like, face to face, and he lost. During crime with a blow to the back of the head. Okay, so that's possibly did get hit in the back of the head. But also, he used a weapon from the statue to knock him out. So it's like, what the hell? Found in the shadow of the statue. I'm yawning too hard, I know. Which piece of evidence does it contradict, then? I'm not sure, is the problem. Sends a calling card. Let me see what he said at the end here. Let me read that again. There's something suspicious. How could he not have noticed the thief when the thief came in? Also, he says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. But that can't be right. It contradicts the evidence. Huh? Which piece? Why would he tell? Okay, so... contradicts that he was not... something about this. My brain is not working right now. I'm sorry, guys. My brain is not wrapping... My brain's not wrapping around this right now. So... went off once at around 1 a.m. Sent before the heist. The photo was taken at 58. 12:58. Around 1 a.m. and exactly 2 minutes before 1 a.m. Does that matter? I can't help but wonder if that matters. That's pretty close. I mean, talking, you know, 12:58 p.m. or a.m. So 1 a.m. he says. But this is basically saying that he already stole the item, so the times don't match up. Basically, the times don't match up. So the time thing is wrong. Just after the date had changed. So what we're saying is the thief was already grabbing it by the time. Oh, fucking ass! I accidentally pressed the wrong button again. Stop it! I think I might have this right, because if the thief is already grabbing the stuff out of the storeroom before 1 a.m. and he's saying that at 1 a.m. nothing's happening yet, so that can't be true. If before 1 a.m. that even happened yet. So let's present this and see what happens.
Objection!
Nope. Your Honor, fuck my life. Okay. Am I presenting it in the wrong place? Okay, maybe I have to do it here. No? What if I present the actual camera data? Nope, failed again. Fuck, where do I present it? I don't know where I present it, guys. I don't know. I know I have the right idea here, but maybe I'm jumping the gun on that? Or maybe I'm putting it on the wrong place. I don't know. Why do I keep pressing when I don't mean to? It's dumb. It's dumb. Stop pressing. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Why did I have to pick that one? Was a blow to the back of the head. 1 a.m. I still say that's what it is, man. Should I try it one more time? Nope. I have failed. Fuck! I don't know where to present it! Ah, man. I don't know. I've already wasted 3 hits there, and now I'm screwed. I should have saved it before I started doing this. I think I might just use the rest of my tries, and just, if I don't get it right, then I'll move on. Alright, so... let me read this one more time. Something suspicious about Atmey. How could he not have noticed the thief when the thief came in? He says he was knocked unconscious before he could fight back. Oh. But we just... okay. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. This was torn off in a struggle. Or something, right? Boom. Suck it. Got it. Mr. Atmey, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours?
Aha! This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in the point of fact, Master Mask's brooch.
It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened.
Ha! Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough.
Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing.
Ripped off? Aha!
We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I can think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atmey. Eat dicks. Eat them. Eat all the dicks. Detective Atmey, you must have fought with the thief that night. So why did you lie in your testimony to the court?
Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime.
No. Wait just a moment, sir, old-timer.
Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home.
I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I'm dealing with so many cases lately.
The true measure of a man is the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much.
Shut your mouth! Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought?
Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor.
Excuse me?
Oh, God. Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules.
Indeed, I understand. Look at me, agree completely.
Oh, God. Fight with the thief. Okay, so he's going to revise his testimony. Of course. Let me get some more water before I do this.
Indeed, it's true that I looked away from the door for a brief moment. However, look at me cannot be so easily discombobulated. Unfortunately, the thief grabbed a weapon from the side and rendered me senseless. A true gentleman fights only with his own fists, and they were not enough. His first blow struck true, bam! And that's all she wrote.
Okay.
So in the end, you did catch a glimpse of Master Mask.
Correct. It was during his third crime that he struck me from behind. It seems that my memory has become a tad jumbled, so to speak.
Well, that's certainly understandable. I myself always get confused about which testimony goes with which case.
That can't be good. Ah, boy. That definitely can't be good. Alright, well, Everything about this guy's testimony is fishy. We need to know exactly what went down in that room. And I get the feeling this guy is either the thief or he's just stupid-ass motherfucker doesn't want to look bad. One or the other is true. And I guess we'll uncover it in the next episode of Let's Play Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. So I'll see you guys then. Peace out.